weather going? I want to give out a few thank yous, because without a few amazing people, this wouldn't have been able to happen. Not at all. Not at all. And so, first of all, I got this idea 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And I went straight to Shine. And I went to this lady named Trina. This, young lady named Trina. And she told me, I told her my idea, I told her my vision. And she was just like, LaNia, it can happen. And she gave me that little hope that I needed to make this happen. So thank you so much, Trina. Thank you so much, Trina. All right. Second, I want to thank someone named Shanae. She did not even know me when I, came to her with this idea. She didn't even know me. And I told her this idea, and I told her that I needed to book the room. And I already knew what time, and all the different stuff, what building. I just needed someone to actually book the room for me, because I wasn't in an organization. I mean, I could be an organization. Like, can't y'all see the organ? Like, the organization was not. The world's most fabulous organization. And so she just went on. She was like, give me your laptop right now. We're about to do this. Didn't even know me, but was just so generous and put that out there right there. Thank you, Shanae. I also want to thank Malcolm Ransom. He is a very talented artist, very talented designer. And he, oh, by the way, Gerald, where are you? Can you take my phone? Excuse me, that's my bad. But Malcolm Ransom was a very talented artist, and he designed the flyer in which you guys have most likely seen to come to this. He gave people a visual aspect to remember this event, why. So thank you, Malcolm Ransom. I appreciate that. I want to thank Senna. Thank you so much, Senna. She literally, I saw it with my own 2 eyes. She printed the flyers through her heart. Like, oh my goodness. It was like just flowing out of her. Like, thank you, Senna, for doing that. I really appreciate that. It was just out of her heart for her to print the flyers. I don't know this girl. But we have this connection going on to where we do know each other, it seems like, So thank you, Senna, for doing that. And then also, thank you, Connor. Thank you, Connor, for coming out tonight. He's over there in the back. He's filming this event. Thank you, Connor, so much for doing that for me. Thank you, Nick. He is a fabulous DJ. Fabulous DJ tonight. Came in last minute. These people came in last minute with these things. And they all did it with, just from their heart. Like I said, just feeling from their heart. Just feeling from their heart. So thank you to all those people that made this possible. I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys. Just come on. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. Oh my goodness, without you guys, I wouldn't be even. I can just walk up here and start talking and not to be here. I was bullied. I was bullied mostly because I was being myself. I was bullied for things that I couldn't even help. I got my growth spurt earlier than most of the girls in my school, so I shut up. And people would tease me about that, my height, or that was a baby girl, or they would tease me about my big hands, or they would tease me about my looks, they didn't think that I was beautiful. They would tease me about a lot of different things. And when that person, if you've been talked about before, when you're getting talked about, and you don't have confidence in yourself to stand up for yourself. It's as if you're laying down on the ground and someone's kicking you every time, just a little kick, every single time. And these kicks, over a long period of time, they leave bruises. And those bruises are really, really hard to go away unless you just keep putting ointment and stuff on them, But it takes that moment at night, every night, putting that ointment on it and all that, for them to eventually fade away. They'll always be there. You always remember them, but they'll always be there. You're not actually with them. it took a really long time for me to, really get through, like, what I went through in middle school. I remember one time I was in the 7th grade, and I was riding on the bus, and I was, riding in the back, get it, And it wasn't too long before I was about to get off my bus when I noticed that the popular guys in the back were talking about me once again. If you've been talked about, especially, like I said, if you don't have a lot of confidence, you know that feeling. You know that feeling. Your heart, when it sinks down all the way to your stomach, you know that feeling. When you feel so helpless, like I said, when you're on that ground, and they're kicking you, you can't really do anything about it. I mean, I could have said, you guys stop talking about me. But I was so afraid of the outcome, what's going to happen next if I say that, So I kept my mouth shut. I got off the bus. They were laughing at my new glasses, by the way. They would be cool in this day, but back in the day, in about 2007, 9, or whatever, it wasn't so cool. Big glasses or whatever. Sean John, glasses. But at the back of the bus, they were yelling, cookie cutters, cookie cutters, cookie cutters. And even though this may seem small, you guys know what it's like to go through a day when it's at the top of your head. Just something keeps happening, keeps knocking you down. But it's not those big things that really get to you, no. It's that cherry on top that breaks you. That one little thing that really breaks you. And that was my cherry on top. So, I was holding it in, got off the bus and walked home, and I finally came home and I saw my mom. How many people in here lie sometimes about their feelings in order to get people off their backs? So they won't have to really talk about it without us. Come out of here. I got home, and I see my mom. She was like, hey, honey, how was your day going? How's everything going? I was just like, oh, everything's good. I probably didn't want to know, so everything's good. And I walked to my room, and in my room I had a little restroom. And I go into my restroom, and I lock my door, and I turn around. And 11-year-old LaNia looks in the mirror, and she says to herself, why do you have to be so ugly? I don't remember how or when I stopped crying that day, but I think she did, because time goes on, time passes. I got past 7th grade, I got past 8th grade. High school was coming up. Goodness gracious. I was going to high school. I was going to be a freshman. Jesus, 4 years ago. Goodness gracious. And it was that time. Even though before I went into high school, I knew I was very outgoing. I knew that I was funny. I knew that I was really nice and all these other kind of stuff. It was as if I had a box, right? And I had all these nice qualities around me and all this, and I took them out, and I put them in a box. Outgoing box, funny box, niceness, well, niceness, but niceness box. I shut that box, I locked it out, and I kicked it to the side. And I was just like, all right, I got teased for being myself in middle school, that's one thing that I'm not going to do anymore. I don't want to get teased and judged for being myself anymore. So, I'll just not do it. I'll not be myself. And let's see how that goes. So before I got into high school, I didn't think I was special. Oh, goodness gracious, special. When I Roberts, no, that's not me. Special, no. Didn't think that I was special at all. I hated my body. I hated the way that I was shaped and formed and all this different kind of stuff. Hated my body, and I didn't love myself. Love? For me? For this? Nah, no. I don't think so. And so, I became that girl that stood in the corner of the room, watching everyone else in the center converse, do all their little things, wishing on a star, just wishing on a star that someone would come out of the room come over to me. And so I could open that box and show them all the presents I had for them. But no one ever did that. It's a popular girl going over to the quiet girl and saying hello. That doesn't happen. Or maybe it does. It didn't happen to me. It wasn't until January 1st, 2012, when I wanted to make a change. January 1st, 2012, I was in my bathroom when I looked in the mirror and I asked myself, what do I want my New Year's resolution to be? And so I then said, okay, I want to lose weight. I want to become healthy. Because if I lose weight and become healthier, I'll be prettier. I'll be more like that popular girl, right? That's in the center of the room, on top of the tables, dancing around, and having everyone's attention. I'll be more like her, right? And then my second New Year's resolution was to start loving myself more. And so I started this long journey of loving myself more and losing weight. And little did I know, March of 2012, April 2012, I had this overwhelming inspiration to lose weight. Oh my goodness, and when I tell you I lost that weight, honey, I lost that weight. I was looking good. I'm looking good now, but 50 pounds straight off me. Good Lord. And all the while, artists coming back into my life. I joined a track team during the summer. I was doing shot put, discus, and all this different kind of building events. And I was starting to become good at something. I was starting to become special at something. And I can remember the day, 50 pounds lighter, looking good, had on my bra, had on my underwear, and I looked on in my full-length mirror in my room. And I looked at myself, I was just like, this is beautiful! Oh my God, I love it! I'm dancing. I was like, I love me. I did my New Year's resolution, I love me. I'm good, oh my God, I love me. Yeah. I did full massage. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, I did. And I was so happy because I finally made that change. And I was just like, I fulfilled my New Year's resolution. I said I wanted to love myself, and so I did. I'm doing it right now. I'm loving me. I'm pretty now. I'm prettier. All these different kind of things. But little did I know that love was so conditional, like the freaking conditions on accept my terms and conditions that you check when you making a new Facebook or something. Accept these conditions and you shall create a new Facebook. Accept these conditions and you shall love yourself. Because as I entered into my junior year, I started gaining that weight back like that. How you blink of an eye. Oh my goodness, so fast. Every pound I lost, every pound that I gained, I lost a pound of love. So you can do the math on how much love I lost for myself. And by the summer before my senior year, I gained every pound that I lost back. And I was starting back on square one. I was just like, how many times over my senior year that I would look in the mirror and I would cry because I just got done looking through the gallery of like me when I was skinnier, big smile covering my face without my cheeks getting in the way, like all these different kind of things. And then I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, oh my gosh. I was finding myself now more because I was going to art shows and different things like that. And when I would go to art shows, I'd be this outgoing girl that I really loved, but when I would go back to school, I would go right back to that girl that, was in the corner. So I was starting to like me, and I just said, okay, I like me, but I don't like my body. Okay, all right. I need to lose weight in order to love my body. I thought that was okay. Just think that way. All the while, I got accepted into a program that eventually changed my life. It's called Governor's School for the Arts, GSA. It's a 3-week program full of arts, and more arts. Oh my goodness. And I got accepted into this program. Only 225 students got accepted, and over 1,000 applied. And it was only in Kentucky, and I got accepted into become anyone I ever wanted to be. Anyone. And so, the night before I went into this program, I had two goals. The first goal was to become a risk taker. Because I knew that in order to grow, or in order, I never took risks. I remember having this really big crush in the 11th grade, and I never told him because of the fact that I was afraid that he would not be back. Lord Jesus, thank you, Lord, that you did not let me tell you because he was not good. Oh my goodness. Good Lord Almighty. I am glad that I did not tell him. Everything happens for a reason. Good thing GSA that I happened before then because I would have told him it would have been bad. Anyway, so I wanted to become a risk taker because I never took risks. I was always scared of the outcomes. What if I take a risk and bad thing happens? I was scared to take risks, never took risks, but I knew that in order to become a fearless person, I had to take more risks. And so my goal was to become a fearless woman and to take more risks, and that was my first one. My second one was my favorite. Become the girl that I always knew I was. Get that box out of the closet, take it out, and show everybody what qualities I had, what great qualities I had. Show everybody. And so, that's exactly what I did. Well, as soon as I got to GSA, I was meeting so many people, and I was having so much fun. I remember that y'all always, my friends, y'all know that I'm always singing. And that night, I was singing with these group of people because it's art disciplines from all over. They had visual arts, drama, musical theater. They had music, instrumental music. I can't think of any other arts, but they had it all. And so I was singing with some musical theater people, and we was having so much fun because I was like showing them who I was. I was making jokes, and then I was meeting so many people. I was like, hi, my name's LaNia. I was like, boom, I'm outgoing. And then so I was doing all these different kind of things, and I was actually fulfilling my goals. But the real challenges began with the risk taking, and that was the hard part because y'all know it's hard to take risks and stuff like that. So the first day of the program, we were all in a big field because we were taking our turns taking pictures and things like that with our groups, our RA groups, and things like that. And so we were all in this big field, and I was talking to my roommate at the time, and we were getting to know each other. And then all of a sudden, this beautiful man runs straight past me. Honey, I did one of these. I was just like, Lord Jesus, I done saw an angel. Thank you, Lord. I was just like, goodness gracious. I was just like, and this little part of me was just like, LaNia, you should tell him. And then I said to myself, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him what I think about him. I was like, I'm going to tell him what I think he's beautiful. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to tell him. Lord Jesus. And y'all ever notice how powerful thoughts are? Y'all ever notice how powerful thoughts are? You'll see a guy, you'll be like, wow, he looks very interesting. I want to meet him. 2 months later, you knock into him while you're walking down the hallway, and you're just like, I'm sorry, and he's just like, I'm sorry, and y'all start talking, and y'all are like a perfect match, become best friends, And then, or you say, I'm going to pass that testimony, I know I am, and you pass the test. That was so powerful, people, because I said, I want to tell him that he's beautiful. It was really hot outside. And so, I ripped out a piece of paper out of my sketchbook, I folded it up, and I made a paper fan. Thank you, girl. Lord Jesus, I needed that. God damn, it's all over. Oh my goodness. All right. this, honey, because I felt relief. Good Lord Almighty. And so during lunch that day, me and my art teacher, Wasim, we had this really cool relationship slash friendship slash whatever you want to call it. We love to make each other feel not awkward. We love to make each other mad. We love to make each other mad. We love to tell jokes about each other, make each other mad, and things like that. You know, just all of it was a silly little thing. And so I was constantly trying to think of ways to make this guy mad. So I went over to him while he's talking to all his faculty friends and stuff at his table, and I walked up behind him, and I interrupted the conversation. I was just like, "Excuse me, everyone, excuse me." They're just like, "Yes, LaNia." And I was just like, "Hello, everyone." I was just like, "Did y'all know? Did y'all know that this fan only fans they're just like, "Oh, really, LaNia?" And I looked down at Wasim and I was just like, "Oh, yes." And so I went around the whole entire table up there and everybody except my art teacher Wasim. And so I was just like, "Did y'all know this and I did it? Then I did it there. Wasim, Wasim ain't cute. He ain't beautiful. And so Wasim was just like, "LaNia, please." And so throughout the whole entire lunch, constantly fanning myself. Nobody knows about this beauty thing. I'm fanning myself with this beauty thing because they're not beautiful now. So I'm fanning myself, and by the time the end of lunch came, I was looking for my husband. I was looking for Sam. Where is Sam? Where is Sam? Where is Sam? I finally see him. He's over by the south bar getting something to eat. So I was just like, yes. So that's okay, let's go. And so I walk over to Sam, try to act a little slick, pass him by a little bit. And I was just like, oh. Hey, Sam. And then he was like, "Hey, LaNia." And I was just like, "Lord Almighty, he knows my name. He knows my name. Good Lord Almighty. Thank you, Lord Jesus." So Sam, what you doing? And he was just like, "Oh, not much, LaNia. Just getting to see you over. What about you?" And I was just like, "Oh, nothing much. Just talking to you. So by the time I got done talking to him, saying that, we was facing each other face to face. And it got really awkward real fast. But y'all know when you're talking to that special somebody, you're going to do everything you can to not let that conversation end awkwardly. You know. So, how's your day going? Oh, you asked me that 2 minutes ago. Oh, I know, 2 minutes, it could have changed, something like that. And so, I was looking at Sam, and I was just like, okay, new conversation, come on, and I think fast, and I was just fanning myself. So I looked at the fan, and I looked at Sam, and I looked at the fan again, and I looked at Sam, and I was just like, So what's Sam? Sam, did you know? Did you know that this man only fans beautiful people? And so he's just like, "Oh, really, LaNia?" And I was just like, "Oh, yes." And so I turned head around him and I gave him head to the just so beautiful, good Lord Almighty. And so he starts laughing hysterically. And just like the first time I told Sarah that he was beautiful, I did not know what I was doing. I did not know I was changing my life. And so, excuse me. So, by the end of GSA, I ended up doing stand-up comedy. A week before GSA ended, I had a BFAN was created. And all at once, everyone knew about the beauty fan. Everybody knew. If you got fanned by the beauty fan, you was deemed beautiful by LaNia Roberts. They all knew. So this beauty fan became like something iconic with GSA class of 2013. So, by the end of GSA, the night before we had graduation, we were all having dinner together. And so, I noticed that I hadn't fanned everyone that I thought was beautiful short, special announcement. And I said to everyone, I said, you all have given me the most beautiful experience of my life thus far. So now it's time to give back. So I continue to run around the whole entire cafeteria, thanking every single person, students, teachers, even the cooks. And I had noticed that I was making people smile, I was making people cry. You know, it was just a very emotional part of GSA. All the while, I was making people happy. And that was so amazing to me, so amazing to me. And I was making people feel beautiful by the way of paper. The next day, we graduated. We're all sitting down together. Behind us is our family. And we're watching these different performances and stuff. Y'all know how graduations are. And then, this lady, Mrs. Lord, comes up on the stage. She's just like, all right, everyone, class of 2013 GSA. My name is Mrs. Lord. It's now time to distribute out the awards. And as soon as she said that, I sunk all the way down in my seat. You know how you like your butt's hanging off and you just like this on the seat? I was like that. I was just like, My name's LaNia. My name's LaNia Roberts. And LaNia Roberts is not awards. Now, let's just tell me. I've never won awards in my life. Never won awards. So this award is not going to me. Turned my ears off, started to cut her off, and I started thinking of all the amazing things that were created at GSA. All these amazing things. And so, I started thinking about the friendships created, the belly hurt and laughter is created. I started thinking about the deep conversations created. But the most important thing that was created at GSA was the art. And so, all these things were created, and by the time I got finished thinking about them, I zoomed back into Mrs. Lord's speech about this person that was receiving this award. So I zoomed in when she says, this person that wins this award showed the most GSA spirit into someone who loved to make people feel beautiful. And so I started raising myself up. I was just like, I didn't know me. And then everybody around me started whispering, smile. And all of a sudden, Mrs. Lord says, and the Luke Stick Award goes to LaNia Roberts. And then everyone started to get up out of their chairs and start to fly and screaming for me. Little LaNia. And then get up, and I hug everybody possible that I could before I got up to stage. I hugged Mrs. Laura, I hugged the woman that was speaking for the award, and I looked at the crowd, and a patch to my left was fanning me with their hands. Alright? And so I returned the compliment, and I fanned the entire crowd. And all at once, everyone's hands were up, blowing the cool air towards me. Everyone was calling me beautiful. Me beautiful. And all I ever did was try to ensure that everyone knows I'm going to accepting myself, accepting my flaws. This is how I make people beautiful, right? I thought that was right. I started trying to accept the fact that I was a bigger girl, accept the fact that I was taller than the average, accept my big hands or my small hands or the face that I didn't think was too pretty. Started trying to accept all that, but all the accepting, senior year was no type of accepting. Freshman year of college, that's when the real accepting began. Oh my goodness, because guess what? I had my very first college crush. Oh yes. Another husband. I got to get another boyfriend. He was just friend. Friendly divorce, by the way. We still friends. But I was just like, okay, new husband. Let me tell you, honey, this man has the past, because he's still cute, but had the body, had the face, was interesting to me. I was just like, oh my God, this man is a 10. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I was like, all right, I need to take risks because I can get him. And, I almost wanted him as if he was a trophy being held. And I was just like, yeah, that's my man. I got him. I was good enough to get him. Yes, ma'am, I was. See, I didn't think I was good enough to get him. I didn't think that. And so I didn't tell him I exactly liked him. I told him he was cute to me, all these different kind of things. I was giving him signs, pretty big in my head. I mean, maybe not his, I don't know, but I was giving him signs. I was trying to take risks. I have good stories to tell from that. But I wasn't getting anything back in return. And so my first semester of freshman year ends, and I come home from winter break. And it really gives me a chance to look back on my freshman year and really like try to dissect what had just happened to me, like through all the different experiences and things like that. And so there was one time when my family was going out. And so I had to get dressed really quick and go out with them. So I put on a pair of pants, and they was a little tight around my waist. My left hand was poking out a little bit more. So I looked at them and I was just like, ooh, that don't look too good. But somebody gonna let one on their head shoes. Somebody gonna be having up one of their hands on their head. Somebody gonna let me get over that shoe. Somebody's gonna love them. But I had an epiphany in that moment. I had an epiphany. I asked myself, wait, why am I waiting on someone else to love these love handles before I love them myself? Why am I waiting on someone to deem my body, my face, and all this different kind of stuff to be beautiful before I think of it as beautiful myself? Why is that? Why am I waiting? I call myself, and then again, I still call my parents and ask for money, but still. I call myself an independent woman, but I'm sitting here waiting for somebody to do something for me before I do it myself. Does that fit the definition of independent? INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? I don't think so. And so, I had the epiphany, and I had the motivation to stop waiting for someone to love myself, love my love handles, before I start to love them for me. And so, not only did this winter break give me time to focus on my freshman year, my first semester, but it gave me a moment to focus on my life, to see what has really happened to me. Me as a kid, my childhood, bullying, weight loss, GSA, this crush I had on this guy, all these different kind of things. And not only what had happened to me, but what I had learned. There was a very, very, very huge gap in between loving yourself and loving yourself unconditionally. GSA taught me that you should always give out love. Because when you give out love, boy, you receive 1,000 times of it back in return. And then also, this past guy and everything, it taught me that I don't need to wait for anybody to accept any of this, to deem it as anything, for me to love myself. On January 1st, 2015, I was in my bed, in my room, when I asked myself, what do I want my New Year's resolution to be? And for the first time since the 6th grade, it wasn't to lose 10 pounds, or to get that guy to like me or anything like that. But my New Year's resolution was to set the bar. To set the bar on what I think but I believe what I know is beautiful. To set that bar. I looked in the mirror and I said, this is where beautiful starts. This is where prettiness starts. This is where sexiness starts, honey. In my mind. Because I can't control what you think, or what you think, or what you think, or what you think. But as long as I believe that this is where all of that starts, I need to matter what y'all think. Because as long as I keep that close about me, not that I'm waiting for somebody to believe it also, but somebody to come along that will see that beauty, that standard, that bar, just like I do, and will see that I'm beautiful, and I'm this, and I'm that. So why was I wasting my time on a boy that didn't think the same thing? No. Because you must believe that there will be a guy or a girl that will give you so much attention, honey, so much love, that you won't be able to throw up some attention and so much love. He's giving you so much. She's giving you so much. But they'll love you for you. So don't waste your time with somebody that's not showing you all love. They gonna come. They gonna come. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I look back in 2012 and I see just how far I've come. Goodness gracious, I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror and say that I was beautiful and believe it. Now, 2015, this year, I am able to stand in front of all of you and confidently, give me a mirror real quick, shoot. I can confidently say I'm beautiful too. You know, we must have the courage to take that first step. You know, my uncle tells me that a lot of the small things matter. The really small things really matter. Because think about the satellites in the sky. They have to directly be in line with each other. One on Earth, one in outer space. They have to directly be in line with each other. If not, if the one on Earth is a half of a millimeter, the smallest that you can get, if it's a half a millimeter off from that connection, by the time it gets into space, it'll be miles and miles and miles away from that satellite. We must believe and see that life is the same thing. You might take that half of a millimeter not to feel special. I know what it feels like to not love yourself. I know what it feels like to not be good enough because someone looked you dead in the eye and said that you weren't. I know what it feels like to be bullied. I know what it feels like to be in a place where you don't think you'll be able to get out of it. I know what it feels like to feel damn right sad and lonely and all that difficult stuff. But I also know what it feels like to be the total opposite of all of that. The total opposite of all of that. You know, and it's amazing. It's really and truly and utterly amazing to see that growth, to feel that love for yourself, to be able to say, I got out of that hole. I climbed myself out of there. It feels amazing to be able to say things did get better. It feels amazing. So amazing. So amazing. You know what's even more amazing? We, ourselves, our bodies, the only thing we have guaranteed for the rest of our lives. The only thing. Isn't that cool? Isn't that amazing to know that you'll have something for your own forever? And that's you. Isn't that cool? You know, and as far as we know, we only get one. We only get one of those lives. One of those guaranteed things that we'll have forever. We only get one. And the thing is, we know we're going to die. Someone in this room has just experienced death in their family. You know what death is. You know what it does. But we don't actually believe us in our hearts sometimes. Love yourself unconditionally, people. Because you're the only thing that you're promised for your entire life.